Welcome back to a course on Calculus for Business. In this lecture, we are going to talk about the concept of elasticities and the applications of the concept of differentiation to elasticities, in which initially let us define price elasticity. Price elasticity of demand is the ratio of the relative change in demand. Whenever we say relative change in demand, which means there is a small change happening in demand, and we let us denote that as delta x to the relative change in price. This one we denoted by delta p. Okay, relative change means some changes happening, so that is what we are writing this way. And relative change in demand, which means delta x upon x, this is delta p upon p. Okay, so your price elasticity is delta is the ratio of these two things, that is delta x upon delta p upon p. Okay, this quantity we may write it as p upon x, delta x upon delta p. So this is how we write. And with this, what we can say is that price elasticity of demand at a particular price, which is called as elasticity of demand or simply elasticity of demand. So that is denoted as eta d, right? And what is this value? When we take this delta x and delta p approaches 0, that is whenever very small change is going to take place, this quantity changes to your p upon x is there as it is, and this quantity changes to dx upon dp. Okay, for ordinary commodities, this quantity is always negative. Okay, in order to have our eta d, that is the elasticity of demand, to be a positive quantity, we introduce a minus sign before it to make it positive. That's it. And sometimes price may be quoted as a function of x. In general, x is given to be a function of p. If this is so, this derivative, that is dx upon dp, is possible. But if it is given in the other way, that is p is given in terms of x, then what are we going to do? In this case, is elasticity of demand, the same eta d can be calculated using the formula minus p upon x 1 upon dp upon dx. Okay. The next is interpretation of price elasticity of demand based on the value of eta d. Okay, this is a scientific notation, is a Greek letter called eta. Okay, based on the value of this eta, we classify the elasticity of demand into three things. When this quantity is less than 1, we say it is inelastic. When it is equal to 1, it is unitary elastic, and when it is bigger than 1, it is generally elastic. Okay, elastic means it is subject to variation. If the quantity is that the absolute value of eta d is smaller than 1, it means it is not that much elastic. It is inelastic, right? Next is elasticity of supply. So till now we have discussed about the elasticity of demand. Now elasticity of supply, which is defined as eta s is p upon x dx upon dp. The same thing. Okay, the same thing that we have seen for the elasticity of demand is there for the elasticity of supply as well, right? This quantity is generally positive, that is why we have not introduced anything to this. Now let us get into some problems. In the first one, we are given that the demand law is x is 20 upon p plus 1. We will have to find the elasticity of demand at the point when p is 3. Okay, so let us start the solution, and we are given that x is 20 upon p plus 1, and we know that elasticity of demand, this is what, minus p upon x dx dp. Okay, so let us find what is dx upon dp, that is d upon dp of 20 upon p plus 1. So if you see here, you may be in a need to make use of chain rule. let us take u to be p plus 1. Then your okay, if you take this quantity to be some function y, your d upon dp of y is what? Here your y, then your y becomes 20 upon u. Okay, so this is d upon du 20 upon u multiplied with d upon dp of u. So 20 is a constant, you may take it outside. D upon du, u power minus 1. Du, what is u? It is p plus 1 upon dp. So this is 20 multiplied with minus u power minus 2 and multiplied with 1. Since the derivative of p plus 1 with respect to p is 1. So this gives you minus 20 upon u squared. U is p plus 1 whole squared. So this is our dx upon dp. Therefore, your eta d is going to be what? It is minus p upon x. Okay, I don't know whether I have written. Yeah, I have written minus 2. So it is minus p upon x dx upon dp. We found p is what? P is simply p, and x is given to be 20 upon p plus 1, and dx upon dp is minus 20 upon p plus 1 whole squared. Right? So minus minus gets cancelled. So it is 20p, and this p goes up. So it is p plus 1 upon 20 times of p plus 1 whole squared. So 20 gets cancelled. 1 p plus 1 gets cancelled. So we are left with p upon p plus 1. This is the elasticity of demand in general. Now we are asked to find out the elasticity of demand when the price is 3. So which means if you substitute 3 in this, you are going to get what? It is 3 upon 4, which is 0.75. This is your elasticity of demand. The next problem tells you that if the demand function is given to be 4 minus 5x. Okay, here we are given p is equal to 4 minus 5x. In this, we are able to calculate dp upon dx directly. So when you calculate dp upon dx, this is d upon dx of 4 minus 5x. So the first quantity is 0. When you take minus 5 outside, and it is simply d upon dx of x, which is minus 5 alone. Right? Therefore, your eta d is going to be minus p upon x 1 upon dp upon dx. Hence, your p value is 4 minus 5x. We have minus outside upon x, and this quantity is minus 5. So minus minus becomes positive. It is 5 times of 4 minus 5x upon x. In this case, we are asked to find out the value of x so that the elasticity of demand be unitary. So by equating eta d to be 1, we'll have to find it. What was eta d? It was simply, just a minute, let us have a quick check here. So it is 5, right? So we'll have to write 1 upon minus 5. So minus minus gets cancelled, and we have this 4 minus 5x upon 5x. So this tells you 4 minus 5x upon 5x to be 1. Therefore, this is 4 minus 5x is 5x. So this is 10x is 4 and x is 0.4. So when your x value is 4, you are going to get your elasticity of demand as unitary. Right? Now let us look into the next problem. In this, we are asked to find the elasticity of supply from the supply function P, which is defined to be minus 2 plus 5x. So it is given P is minus 2 plus 5x. Therefore, your dP upon dx is simply 5. Hence, elasticity of supply, elasticity of supply eta S is P upon x 1 upon dP upon dx. So your P value is minus 2 plus 5x upon x, and this happens to be this. So minus 2 plus 5x upon 5x, and this may be written as 5x minus 2 upon 5x. This is your elasticity of supply. Right? Now let us try and establish some relationship between the marginal revenue, average revenue, and elasticity of demand. Okay, let me write the heading: relationship between marginal revenue, average revenue, and elasticity of demand. Okay, we know that R is XP. Okay, when you differentiate this one with respect to X, what are you going to get? You are going to get dr upon dx. That happens to be, here you will have to make use of chain rule. Okay, keeping P as it is and differentiating X will give you 1, and keeping X as it is and differentiating P would give you dP upon dx. So this is your marginal revenue, right? So marginal revenue is P plus X dP upon dx. If you wish to take P as a common thing, you would have 1 plus X upon P dP upon dx. If you multiply and divide by P in the second term, you can do it, right? And this one we write it as 1 minus 1 upon minus P upon X dx upon dP, right? So this is what? This is P multiplied with 1 minus 1 upon eta d. This is your elasticity of demand. Am I right? And what is P? That is, if R is XP, then average revenue is simply P. So what you get is marginal revenue is average revenue multiplied with 1 minus 1 upon elasticity of demand. Okay, so from this we have got this is one relation. If you want the other one, you can have average revenue in one side and take everything else to the other side. This is what you are going to get, and when you take LCM in the denominator, you are going to get eta d minus 1 upon eta d, and when you, this is the denominator of the denominator, hence you may take it to the numerator. So it is going to be marginal revenue multiplied with the elasticity of demand upon elasticity of demand minus 1. So this is another one, right? So from these two things, let me complete the rest of the things in this page itself. Let me not go to the other page. Okay, if you divide 1 and 2, you are going to have marginal revenue upon average revenue. This is what? So marginal revenue upon average revenue is 1 minus 1 upon eta d. So from 1 itself you can write this one, right? So this is what you are going to have, and this may be written as like if you take 1 upon eta d in one side and take everything else to the other side, this is what you are going to have, and this may be written as average revenue minus marginal revenue upon average revenue, which is equal to 1 upon eta d. So from this, your eta d is going to be what? Average revenue upon average revenue minus marginal revenue, and this is another result. So these three are the results which relates average revenue, marginal revenue, and demand. Now based on this, let us see a problem. Okay, a problem. If the marginal revenue is rupees 25 and the elasticity of demand with respect to price is 2, then find the average revenue. So by using one of the formulas that we have seen, that is we may make use of equation 2 that tells you that that very well tells you that average revenue is marginal revenue multiplied with elasticity of demand upon 1 minus elasticity of demand. Your marginal revenue is 25 and elasticity of demand is 2, so 1 minus so this is eta d minus 1, so 2 minus 1, that happens to be simply 1. So average revenue is rupees 50. And this completes our lecture. Thank you.